Did you know that there are over 600,000 islands all over the world? But this data is not really 100% accurate because Earth's natural processes are always at work. New islands may emerge and others may disappear. Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting geography quiz where we'll explore the world's most island-rich nations. Today we have 10 questions for you, focusing on countries with the most islands. Are you ready for the challenge? Let's dive right in. Which country has the most islands, Greece or Italy? And the answer is Greece. Greece has over 3,000 islands and islets. Only about 227 are inhabited. Some of the largest and most famous Greek islands are Crete, Rhodes, and Corfu. The islands are spread across the Aegean and Ionian seas. Italy has less than 1,000 islands spreading across the Mediterranean Sea, of which about 80 are inhabited. Major Italian islands include Sicily, the largest island in the Mediterranean, Sardinia, Capri, and the Aeolian Islands. Which country has the most islands, Estonia or Croatia? And the answer is Estonia. Estonia has over 1,500 islands and islets, most of which are quite small and located in the Baltic Sea with some in Lake Peipus on the Russian border. Only about 20 are inhabited. Croatia has over 1,200 islands, islets, and reefs along the Adriatic coast. About 48 of these islands are inhabited. Which country has the most islands, Thailand or Vietnam? And the answer is Vietnam. Vietnam has around 4,000 islands, most of which are concentrated in two main areas. Ha Long Bay in the northern part of the country contains about 1,600 limestone islands and islets, and Phu Quoc, an island district in southern Vietnam, has about 28 islands. Thailand has over 1,400 islands that spread across the Andaman Sea on the west coast and the Gulf of Thailand on the east coast. Famous island groups include the Phi Phi Islands, Koh Samui, and the Similan Islands. Which country has the most islands, South Korea or North Korea? And the answer is South Korea. South Korea has approximately 4,000 islands, most of which are located off the southern and western coasts of the Korean peninsula. The southwestern coast, particularly around Jeollanam-do Province, has numerous islands forming archipelagos, many of which are small and uninhabited. North Korea's coastline is less fragmented than South Korea's, particularly on its eastern coast. It's estimated to have over 3,500 islands. Which country has the most islands, Venezuela or Cuba? And the answer is Cuba. Cuba is the largest island in the Caribbean. It's an archipelago with over 4,000 islands and keys, of which many are part of smaller archipelagos like Jardines del Rey and the Canarios Archipelago. Smaller islands include Isla de la Juventud, also known as Isle of Youth, and is the second largest Cuban island. Venezuela has over 300 islands, keys, and islets, many of which are located in the Caribbean. The largest and most famous Venezuelan island is Margarita Island. Other notable islands include Los Roques Archipelago, La Tortuga Island, and La Blanquilla. Which country has the most islands, Papua New Guinea or New Zealand? And the answer is Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea is part of a large island region known as Melanesia, which has up to 1,000 or more islands. Major island groups include the Bismarck Archipelago, D'Entrecasteaux Islands, and the Louisiade Archipelago. Many of these islands are volcanic or coral atolls. New Zealand has up to 600 or more islands that spread across a large maritime area, including subantarctic islands. The majority are small and uninhabited. The main islands are the North Island and South Island, which make up most of the country's land area. Which country has the most islands, Australia or Indonesia? And the answer is Indonesia. Indonesia falls among the world's largest archipelagos, consisting of almost 18,000 islands. Of these, about 6,000 are inhabited. There are 5 main islands and about 30 smaller archipelagos. This vast archipelago stretches across the equator between the Indian and Pacific Oceans, connecting Asia, Australia, and Oceania. Australia, often referred to as an island continent, is one main landmass, and there is Tasmania and numerous smaller islands off the coast. The total number of islands is over 8,000. Which country has the most islands, United States or Canada? And the answer is Canada. Canada has over 52,000 islands. The country's coastline stretches along 3 oceans, Pacific, Arctic, and Atlantic, and numerous lakes. Notable island groups include the Arctic archipelago and the islands in the Great Lakes. The United States has over 18,000 islands. This includes islands in coastal areas, lakes, and rivers across all 50 states. Alaska alone accounts for a large portion of these islands, with over 2,000. Hawaii, an island state, consists of over 130 named islands. Which country has the most islands, Finland or Denmark? And the answer is Finland. Finland has over 178,000 islands, many of which are small and uninhabited. This includes islands in the Finnish Lakeland and the coastal areas. Denmark has hundreds of islands, of which 443 are named and 78 are inhabited. The largest Danish island is Zealand, Shealand, where Copenhagen is located. The Faroe Islands, an autonomous territory of Denmark in the North Atlantic, consists of 18 major islands and hundreds of smaller islets. Which country has the most islands, Sweden or Norway? And the answer is Sweden. Sweden has over 267,000 islands, many of which are found in the Baltic Sea and in its numerous lakes. Only about 1,000 of these islands are inhabited. The Stockholm archipelago alone contains about 24,000 islands and islets. Norway has over 230,000 islands along its extensive coastline. This includes the famous Lofoten Islands, the Vestfalen archipelago, and numerous small islands and skerries scattered along the fjords. And that's a wrap, folks. We hope you enjoyed exploring the world's most island-rich countries with us and discovered some interesting facts. Let us know what surprised you the most in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating expedition, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more intriguing explorations in our next video. Whether you're planning your next adventure or simply enriching your understanding of the world, remember that each island has a story waiting to be discovered. Until next time, keep exploring, safe travels, and happy island hopping.